Hello everybody, I'm back once again to talk about the best deck in the One Piece card game. Of course, we are talking about Blue Yellow Nami, the best deck in the game. And why is it the best deck in the game? Because of two reasons. The first reason is because I got this winner card the other day, so I have results. I've got results that this is the best deck in the game. And additionally, because this card just came out, this is the new Marco Super Rare, and this card is dumb. This card is also, as of today, $40, so if you picked up these early, congratulations, you made a little bit of money. But if not, you've got to spend $160 for the best card in the game. That's not too bad of a price. But I'm going to talk about the deck. I'm going to show you the changes that I made to the deck and why it's so good. Let's get started.
So here it is, my shiny new winner card. Probably not the best one I could have gotten, but it's still a winner card. And of course, the best leader in the game, Blue Yellow Nami. And what am I doing with this deck is a little different than the last time we saw this deck profile. And we're going to start off by showing one of the new cards in the deck. We play 4 Yamato. If you don't know what this Yamato is, it's a searcher for Wano cards. And you probably haven't realized it yet, but you're going to see a pretty good new Wano card. But yes, 4 Yamato, it's also got a 2 Don on your turn. It gains 3k power. So for 2 Don, it does become a 5. That's not terrible. It's 1 Don better than Sengoku. For 3 Don, he became a 5, so this one's a little more cost-effective. But yeah, it's a Wano searcher. That's its main priority. And if I need to swing for a 5, I do. And then our last one drops, of course, 2 Trafalgar Law. Sometimes this is an extra life, but most of the time, it is not an extra life. Next up, we have a new 2K for the deck. Another Land of Wano card. She says activate main, I can rest her. Give 3,000 power to one of my characters. And I also need to take a life to do that. It's not terrible. It is 1 Don better than just throwing 3 Don on like my Odin when I'm trying to swing out with him. So it's not that too crazy. It does also have a trigger that I can trigger rest up to one of my opponent's characters with cost 4 or less. But essentially, it's just a 2k Wano card, and that's okay with me. And then, of course, we do play these, which are Land of Wano, 4 Najiko, and then 4 Zeus. These are still like heart and soul of the deck, our removal, and our filtration. So very good cards. And of course, now we're going on to the 4 drops. Marco, and remember that good Land of Wano card I was talking about before? Look at that, right on the bottom of the card. Land of Wano. This is a Wano Marco, so we can search it. And this card is insane. It's 4 cost for 6k power. It's got blocker, and for some reason on KO, it says draw 2. I'd probably play this if it drew 1, but it draws 2. So that's absurd. So of course for Marco, this just adds so much to the deck. It just makes so many things so much easier, and it's also just protection. That is just big. It's got 6k power. That's absurd. And then for other 4 drops, I cut the puddings down to 3. A lot of people just play around pudding and spend their cards. So 3 puddings seem fine to me. You can catch somebody off if they're not expecting it. 4 Kikanojo. This is also a Land of Wano card, so we can search it. And that's it for the 4 drops. And you might have seen the 5 drop in my hand. It's another new card in the deck. It is an older card. This card is from OP6, but we're playing 3 Momo. Blocker Momo, and on play, I can put a Land of Wano card into life. So most of the time, it's probably going to be a card like this. Or, if I have my Kiku on board, I can swing with it, and I can play Momo and put it back into my life. And then just play it again. That's kind of cool, I guess, but, yep, it's just pretty good. I'm still trying to figure out if I like this card. I'm not really playing like too many Land of Wano cards to where I want them to be into life. There's not any good like trigger ones that I have other than the Kiku. So this card is just average, I would say. And then 1 Jozu. I really hate this card. I don't know why it's still in the deck, but I am still playing a Jozu. It hasn't come up to where this card was like bonkers, but I can see why it's decent. But I can probably see this card getting cut sometime soon. Then the last 6 drop for Kuma. This deck is definitely a lot less Kuma oriented now. Before it was like, hey, search Kuma, play Kuma. That was the game plan. But now I don't play Sengoku, so I can't search this card, so I just have to draw it, which is fine. I draw a lot of cards in my deck, so I might see it, but still, this isn't a Kuma deck anymore. It just gets to play for Kuma, and if I draw it, sweet, that's an extra life. But if not, hey, I've still got a lot of other really good cards. And then 3 Odin. I was playing 2 before, but now with all the Wano stuff, I am playing 3 just to search it when I need it. If I can play this card comfortably, I think I win the game. I don't see any way where I lose. They can, of course, red rock this card. They can remove it from other ways. But if I'm in a comfortable enough position to where I think I can dedicate my turn to playing something like this, I think I'm going to win that game. And the same could be said for the 8-drop kid. On play, rest him, burn a life from my opponent, and then to turn, draw, and ditch. Again, this card and the Odin are really, really good if you are comfortable in the game. Like, if I'm tapping out and I'm playing this card, and my opponent has way too much going on their board, I probably just died right there. And, like, going second, I cannot play this card on that turn. I need Nami to have a Don on her so I can have that 2K during their turn. So going second, if I'm at 8 Don, there's like little to no scenario where I actually play this card. I can only really play it on my 10 Don turn, or if I'm going first on my 9. But he's cool. And then the last things I have for the deck are the events. Basically the same events as last time. 2 copies of Red Rock and 2 copies of Slave Arrow. Just solid cards all the way around. I love Slave Arrow. And Red Rock, this is just my push button get rid of thing. This card's really cool if you didn't know against Zoro. If their Zoro swings at one of your units and you Slave Arrow bounce it back to your hand, the attack fizzles and they don't get to restand with Zoro ability. So that can be really cool. A lot of people don't know that about this card, but that's exactly how it works. So try it for yourself and let me know how it... And look at that. What do you know? We've got the deck in front of us now. This is probably going to be the only One Piece deck I ever play. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I will keep playing this until the day I die, trying to fix it, make it better, look better, do better. My next step is probably getting some alt arts for this deck. Definitely some nice Zeuses. The one with the 1 Nami on it, oh my goodness, that one is crazy. And maybe one day I get some different Don. I really like the Don that I used. They're the VV Don. They're perfect. I've got about like 300 of this Don right now. I've been collecting them. But yeah, let me know what you think of the deck. If you play it, if you're doing something I'm not, let me know. I might try it. But thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you later.